Curtis. Alright, welcome, welcome. I am now getting things have one of them connected. Now it's wanted to show you something, guys, but give this piece to me. That should solve that. Good. Bring it back up. I do find it in technically. I don't know why this particular device is off. You know what? Let me just do it this way because maybe this. I mean, if not, then we can probably do some. There it is. About me doesn't you? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, this actually worked. That immediately worked. Right. Right. Overhead camera. I'm not the right camera. That's the right. Oh yeah. Sure, I guess we can go. Help if I. There we go. Just boom. Ah, we're gonna go ahead and out a little bit. Yep. Just there we go. That should work. All right. Cool. So before we start today's stream, I kind of want to like show. I want to showcase some progress I've made out of stream, outside of stream, and you probably are looking at what are essentially two unassuming, two unassuming and perfectly good, yes, AC. Probably wondering what the heck this even is and like what's it about. Well, over the time that I have been, you know, been off, I'm off. I mean, I've been doing other things, and this is one of those things that I was doing when I'm not streaming. And sure, I could probably fit this into a stream and then go from there. But I wanted to show you guys what I was doing. So you guys probably don't know, but I own two cars that are pretty old. And one of the biggest challenges of owning something that's not exactly, new, that you have to take care of stuff as it ages because you may not have the availability of getting the parts anymore. This is one of those such things. So I was really lucky to get this, but I paid about $100 to get this AC vent as well as some other ones. It kind of came all together as a kit, and this one specifically kind of came in like I want to say like a shroud similar to this. This is the OEM, so this is the one I actually got from my car. So my car, if you guys probably don't know, this is what it typically looks like with, one of these vents usually is inside. But I've taken this one out of my car and I was thinking to myself, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and replace it with this one because this is an OEM. This is an OEM vent. And you can tell it's an OEM vent because you can look right here and see that that rail is very small. And knowing that that's the case, it's like, all right, cool. Not a problem, right? Well, that only leads us having stuff like this. So like the other vents. I have other ones here as well, because we'll be moving on to this one when we get around to that. But like, yeah, I have some. If you notice here, I do this. Here, what's going? Device is occupied. Oh. Well, I'm gonna say since this is deciding to be flat right now. Yeah, I guess you'll just see me like this. So I'm gonna give you guys a rundown here. So if you notice these vents, some of them work, some of them don't. That one doesn't move, but these do. And then same thing here. These move, but these don't. Well, we're essentially going to fix this in the future. Well, I'm going to fix this in the future, but you kind of get an idea of what it is that I have to run into with these types of things, the challenges to come with it. And I wanted to show you. This is the OEM replacement that I was going to use. And I probably have to do some cleaning for this one, but yeah, you take a look, it moves, no problem, right? But everything is stabilized on the top. So I can move this to like day's end and have no issues, right? Cool. So on this one, this is the one that came out of my car. And essentially what I did is that just like the other one that you've seen there, I too also stabilized it. I have fabricated essentially a stabilizer using zip ties. You probably don't see it because I've been like cleaning off this desk, but yeah, I've been using this essentially material that you guys use to hold things together. Yeah, I was using this to basically fix this, and that is also this. This is a zip tie that's in here, and as you could basically tell, right here, this here, and this, they're both pretty same because I actually used a zip tie to fix this. So yeah, the zip tie has been now turned into a guide, just like the original. Obviously, I can't copy the original because, stuff like this. The challenges. Yeah, it works perfectly fine. As you can see, it actually moves, and it's short enough on the edges where it doesn't just immediately go to the wall and block. So now I've essentially fixed this AC vent by using nothing but zip ties to actually fix this. So once I can get on with like fixing the rest of my AC vent, I'll actually have some spares. And who knows, maybe I could do a YouTube video or something on like a how-to essentially restoring something like this, especially when you don't have access to a 3D printer. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys what I was doing. Now, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead head straight in today's. Today's stream is pretty much going to be simple. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to just use our time to help hunters. We're gonna go essentially bring up the like code so that way you guys, if you want to play, you can. And once I post the codes, then want to join, make sure you're on PC so that way you can essentially hop into the session. Yep, I'll be seeing you in just a moment. We're going to go ahead and bring it on back. Oh yeah, look at that. We are here. So is the bedroom. Nope. Alright. That's... Hey there, hey, what's up? What is going on, my man? Just returned. Yo, what's going on, Nard? You just redeemed the Windows error. I hope you have returned from some time of, taking a vacation, looking at anything for me. But yeah. I love when my camera just doesn't work because, it just wants to not do this. But yeah, just trying to get this up and running, see if it actually is going to behave. I actually think it got bent out of shape once I actually started using the other camera. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll get it up and running. And then when we do, bada bing, bada boom. As they say in that one movie, we bag ourselves a princess. Alright. I mean, I guess that could actually work. Or that could work. Look at that. We've like fixed it now. Alright. Or it decided it wanted to actually go to sleep. Yep. I think the program is actually jank right now. It is not liking it. Thanks, Obspot. You're real cool. So now we could actually use this program as intended for some weird reason. Yo, what's going on? It is good. The camera's in the process of like throwing conniption fit, but it's good. I think the camera was finally realizing what I wanted to do. And I was like, oh wait, hold on. Let me get this for you then. Let me get it for you. Alright. Should be good. Going on from the world of YouTube. Alright. Let me see. Once we can get this camera situation dealt with, we're gonna hop in. There we go. Boom. We should be good now. Alright, sweet. Hopped in to say hi. Hope you have a good stream. Alright, well, thank you for hopping in, my man. Right now, we are posting the code if you happen to have Wilds and... Or, sorry, World. Yeah, sure, if you have Wilds, we'll definitely join. I will sync up someday, but, like, for now, if you got World, then cool. If not, that's perfectly fine, too. I collected poop from today. Today's rewards. I don't know if I should be happy or concerned about that. Alright. Let me go ahead and do this now. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the wrong one. Okay. ID. Wait. Alright, so... Plus... That's... There's that. Alright. Alright, so YouTube, you guys are going to be the first to get this. Just because you happen to be the first one that's currently up right now. Go ahead and pin that, so that way if you guys do want to join, all you have to do is just copy that. Go to Stream Manager for you guys now on Twitch. And then interesting. I'll see your chat. Oh, that's interesting. Offer. I'd actually take away that from here. Actually, great. I know on OBS I sure did. Chat. We'll hop on that. Go. Boom. We will pin that message until the end of the stream. Boom. Alright. Alright, so we should have that now pinned at the very top. So whoever joins into stream, you can actually go ahead and check that out. Unless something happens with our session today, we should be good to go. So, boom. let's do it. Alright, so today's stream is going to be dedicated to just simply, like I mentioned, going in, helping guys move on with their quests, and then move out. So usually when we dedicate ourselves to these types of streams, we're not going to be limited as to like what kind of builds we're going to be using. We do have the choice to use unique builds if we want to, or come up with something totally new on the fly, but we're not going to really hold ourselves back here. This also gives me the ability to like use literally anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna like change things up. So out of this, we're gonna use this, and then I do believe we have this build saved. This is our like, I did say we were gonna use this, so we are gonna definitely use this. This is definitely our minimum build. I'm going to call it. This is our minimum build because like we've basically only dedicated ourselves to this build. But I don't know, maybe this is actually going to be a good build. We'll have to actually find out. So this is using the Devil Joe set for the Stamina Thief secrets, and then of course we're using the Nergigante. This could basically be the regular set, or it could be the Iceborne, essentially the Runer Nergigante sets. Yes, we have definitely made it a mission to go ahead and do such a thing. Alright, so this one here, let's check the loadout here. Oh yeah, this is that build. Alright, cool. So we technically saved it. That is good. Alright, so first monster that we're going to be fighting, again, don't really have an idea of what we're actually going to be fighting because I have literally made it to where it's going to be master rank. We could change it to like high rank or low rank, but those people are usually like just starting, so like why bother, right? I don't know if I want to interrupt that for them, but master rank on the other hand, you had time to play this game, so if someone like me jumps in, it's because you didn't change your settings. When the mist taketh you, oh boy. This monster under the veil of death. Okay, we got some good hunts. Actually, we have some very good hunts. So I actually like this. Sleep now in the fire. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we have 2 glaive users here. I think we're gonna leave this hunt to the other people there. Yeah, so they can have that one. Peon of Guidance. Oh, yeah, this one. So this is that. Okay, cool. Hopefully we could do this because I want to say technically we have a build that should be perfectly good for this. So let's give it a go, shall we? I hope he doesn't just bail on us because he could do that. He could just DC us and then we're stuck fighting the monster. I will say this, if we are going to get stuck fighting the monster, then we fight him. And I see that insurance is on the menu. Nice. Ooh, weakener. Ooh, that's actually really good. Ooh, there's even Moxie too. Ooh, man. Okay, we actually got some really solid... We got really lucky. Plain and simple. We got lucky. I'm actually going to go ahead and use Feline Black Belt, so that way we have stamina consumption reduction in this case. So we should be good to go fight this monster. Let me just make sure that we have everything we need. We're actually not going to need this. Alright. We're going to go ahead and add this. Add this. And then add this. I don't think this is actually going to work, so can't do much there. This technically works as long as they're not using like their big bang attack. Big bang attack, for sure. Other than that, like certain monsters this doesn't work on, so like certain fights it won't, but most it does. We could use it like if we absolutely need to, but we just cannot use it like when they're using their ultimate. Let's do it. Hopping right on in. Hop in. We're gonna help. We're gonna do some. We're gonna like make some progress. We're also gonna get jammed up here.
You're our sapphire star, our hope.
I see that today is not gonna be the day where you want. I see. Okay. I really do not like Obsbot right now. Obsbot's actually kind of being a douche. Being a jerk. If I have to keep refreshing, restarting this program, then I might need to switch out the camera for something different. Because it's supposed to work like this out of the box. But apparently, it's not going to work with us. I'm actually pretty upset with this. Okay. I mean, definitely hope this works. Let's see what happens. I am keeping the, definitely keeping the camera on watch.
The song was its wing vibrations all along.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. Actually never seen what this looks like from a distance. So, good to see this. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot. This one is the one we don't drop down on. We just go straight there. There we go. Yeah, definitely let me know, guys, when the camera decides to freeze up like that, because I'll usually go and fix it on the fly. Oh, this person's smart. Alright. We could definitely do this. Alright, cool. Boom. I need you, my man, to like drop some goodies. Alright, good, good. Nice. Yep, okay. Over there. And that boy. Boom, baby. Yeah. Ooh. Already starting off on a good foot. Alright, definitely want to do this. And he's already enraged, which, you know, figures. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't usually get that lucky. Poisoned already. Yep, as you can see, this baby is he's a big boy, so he's gonna hurt. He's definitely gonna hurt in terms of my stamina. Alright, cool. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that we got this. Sweet. Oh, look at that. He's exposing himself. It's exposing. It's so. He's kind of like derping out too. It's gonna be a DC. I can see. I can see this is gonna be a DC. You can already kind of tell when monsters don't really do much. And usually this can be done either strategically or just because the internet hates you. Like if your Wi-Fi just hates you, then you're just never gonna get anywhere. But it makes me wonder like how much damage can one actually get during a DC that when it finally does reconnect, that it just eventually goes from there. And like how much they can actually get when the connection's finally reestablished. It makes me kind of wonder. Because honestly, this would be like, this technically would be a like mount for sure. Yep. Yeah. Okay, we didn't disconnect, but that guy just bailed on us right when the transformation happens, which to me is kind of cowardice. That's fine. We'll fight this monster because this other guy clearly was not going to. This guy was probably going to fail fighting this monster, so we'll finish his fight for him, and then we'll silently judge the guy for leaving us. Too bad you're not getting any free upgrade here, free attack boost. Alright, that's fine by me. Yep, don't think that that's gonna work on me. Nope, you're not doing that again. Alright, brace for impact. I kinda wish with Capcom when it came to this game, and I don't know if it's going to be the same too with Wild, because I haven't seen it happen with Wild. But like, I kind of wish that if anything was going to happen, that you can kind of get like penalized for it, right? Because like with Destiny 2, you do get penalized when you leave an activity, right? And technically this counts as an activity. So it should be that if the player ends up leaving, either because, they want to, either because they wanted to do this on their own, or maybe it was just a genuine thing, which is fine if it's genuine. But I kind of wish that they still penalize the person, because let's be honest here, what just happened here did not have to happen. They could have just, they wanted to just simply play them by themselves. The game should have like told them, hey look, maybe if you want to play by yourself, then you should, I don't know. Maybe you should go ahead and maybe you should go ahead and then just change your settings. But I will say that I think part of that is one of those, the game should have like explained to you how to change your settings if you wanted to play the content by yourself. Because I think that's what happens ultimately with these types of games, is that you don't really know how to do that kind of stuff. Because you're just playing it, right? Just playing the game. And when you're just playing the game, you're not really focused on that kind of stuff. I know I wasn't. The only difference was that I technically knew how to do this, but that was because over time I learned how to do it. Okay, dude. Oh, are we stunned? That's unfortunate. You know what? I didn't even bother investing into that as a skill. I should have. That is 100% on me. Alright. Wait for this monster to stop doing it. Okay, dude. Man. This monster's really like pulling all the stops here. Here, enjoy this. Yo, that's crazy, dude. You don't even hit the wall. That's actually crazy, man. Perfect. The easiest spot, by the way. Alright, well, that works too. It's not like to be attacked on his butt. There. Yep. Ooh. Nice try there, bud. Alright, we're going to tenderize this area again. I do not know why he goes inside for that. Awesome. Now we got some crit spots here. Yep, we're just gonna wait. Now we can make the situation worse for us. That's perfectly fine. Alright, cool. Alright, that's fine. Alright, cool. Do this. Wow, I actually just messed that up altogether. Yo, Absol, thank you very much for the follow. Ooh. Well, apparently that was for you. That was for you, Absol. Ooh, that was actually really bad. Shouldn't have done that. That's perfectly fine. Woo. Oh no. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. We got so much. We only have so much stamina left. Dang. Even with the black belt, it's like actually not that great. Ooh, that's close. Alright, cool. The haste and recovery does work, I could tell. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Did not see that for a second. I will get to your comment in just a moment because this is definitely a make or break moment. If I am not quick on this. Gotta get over here. Okay, cool. Hi. I am doing good today. I am definitely doing good today. And I hope I said your name right, by the way. It is definitely a thing for me to like try to get names right. They don't always happen, but I hope I got yours right. Because your name actually reminds me of the Pokemon Absol, so it's like, I think that's how this person would say it. Okay. Alright, awesome. Pronounce Absol like the Pokemon? Nice. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Not die. Just gonna casually sharpen a weapon here. Awesome. Yeah, you go, David. Do your thing. There we go. We're gonna actually just chill here for a second. We got plenty of time on the clock, and honestly, Shara is kind of like stuck right now, which is good for us. Oh, awesome. Oh, okay. Really? So that has air to it? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I didn't know that Shara's claw attacks actually like have air. Bro. That's dumb, bro. Okay, come on. I can understand that though, but seriously? Yeah. Just got in the world? Dude, let's go. World's actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Then this is definitely spoiler alert for you then. For sure, because the one monster we're fighting is actually the final boss for the DLC. And unfortunately, we would be fighting this with someone else, but they decided to like DC like a little, like a typical player would do. But yeah, we're stuck fighting this monster all by our lonesome self. Let's go ahead and break this down so that way we can do some crits in the back here. Ow, dude, that legit would have killed me. Oh, what is this? Oh, where are you? Where are you? Over there, okay. Yep. So this is a typical strategy when you see the Naruto move being used. That's when you don't want to be there. So yeah, you always want to stay away from that attack because that attack is basically a one-shot for the uninitiated. And it got spanked. It gets spanked out of existence. In part thanks to our cat, or Palico as this game calls it, for using the shield spire. So, otherwise, pretty clean fight. Didn't actually get any cards. I wish this person was here to fight with us, because that would have been great. Oh man. So how far are you in World, if you don't mind me asking? Because, you know, if you want to, you could hop on. If you're on PC, that is. If you're on PC, then I could definitely help you with some of your missions. I will let you know I'm an Insect Glaive main, so I don't really use other weapons in this game, but I am considering in the future doing another run of this game with a different weapon. So, at least for now, we're kind of doing this until I can get everything essentially, like, somewhat set up for the new run. And that's more just, like, the mental fortitude of being able to actually do another run. Although I have given myself some semblance of safeguards for the new run when that time comes. We're finally going to get to 400 for the master rank. It's only going to take forever. You play on PC? Oh, and you got a controller? Well, I have one too. I'm using a PlayStation 5 controller. Because I actually played this game on the PS4 when it first came out in 2014. Well, the beta came out in 2014. But I actually didn't really play this game until 2024. So, yeah. It's quite something. And I have the lovely story of saying that I actually played this entire game by myself because all my friends just looked at me and said, "You got this. We won't actually play with you. You're going to be playing by yourself. But we'll be here to watch you along the way. And if you need help, I don't know, maybe we will help you." True story. I basically had like as very little to no help as possible. Sweet. Alright. Does this work? You know what? I'll just do it this way. Because this is technically free, so I don't want to let this go. This is also a thing in this game where it's like you go gambling for free. You never lose, by the way. Like, even if I missed all these cues, I still would have gotten stuff out of it. Oh, yeah. Damn, that's wild. I'd help if I could. I mean, I'd be willing to help you. But, like, that's something I like to do is help other people. Because I technically already have the, like, final monster's armor, the only thing left for me to do is get, like, all the weapons in this game. And then, of course, 100% it. Let's just say I refuse to do any of the pictures. Because, like, for me, taking pictures is kind of a tedious task. But, yeah. I just never really bothered. Dang, dude, we even got we got a Celestial Wyverian print. Yo, that's what's up. Sweet. But yeah, I actually have different builds. This is actually one that I made in my last stream yesterday. Actually, no, on Tuesday, not yesterday. On Tuesday. Believe it or not, I actually have a whole list of builds, as you can see. We do have a bunch of, like, loadout builds and, like, the name with a number, so it's not quite set in stone yet. So these are all, like, a bunch of experimental builds, including the Safi V1. But, like, if you see this, then this basically means that this is a build I'm sticking with until otherwise said. So we have our explosive build, aggro boom, which are basically very similar builds. But they do different things, as you can see. Stats are a little bit different. And then we have one of my favorites. Actually, these two builds specifically have been updated because of the dragon set that I had gotten from Fatalis in this game. So these have been, like, completely revamped builds. They used to be a lot different, but I have revamped them since putting on the dragon set. So, like, Gift of Epilepsy is this. Yo, Ryan, it has been a while. How are you doing? I'm just kind of going over the builds with someone that's new on Twitch. Kind of getting an idea, like, what my builds are like. Nope. So, yeah. I got this. I have the COVID build here. COVID was actually my favorite build in this game. You just played Cyberpunk. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the series, the Cyberpunk 2077 series, Ryan, your heart's probably going to be broken even further. Because that one, like, that kind of broke my heart, too. Oh, man. That was a sad series, but I hear that they're actually going to continue it sometime in the future. I just don't know when they're going to start it exactly, but I have heard they're actually going to continue it. But yeah, so this is the COVID build was basically the build that... Ooh, nice. But yeah, like, this is my favorite build that I've had since the beginning. I actually used the Datura Storm, so the Puke Puke Glaive. And then this was actually a build that was recently made in, I would say, like maybe the past week or so, by someone who's watching the stream. When I made this build, they're like, oh yeah, it looks like a tribal warrior, so why don't you call it that? And I'm like, let's see how it does. Had a lot of fun with it, and I was like, you know what? That's exactly what we're going to name it. We're going to name it this. So this is actually a variation of this, but it uses a lot more different skills. But it does a really good job at what it does. In fact, we'll take it out for a spin, because that's exactly what we're going to do. But yeah, I couldn't beat Fatalis, so I just gave up on World. I'm going to tell you, even if you can't beat him, because I actually had to rely on like other players to essentially beat him. I can't do him. I cannot do Fatalis myself. I'm going to try at some point to solo him, but the farthest I have ever gotten with Fatalis is the second phase. That is pretty much it. Like my mind just starts breaking after a certain point, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know if I could do this. And I'm like, no, we'll give it the best we can. But it's a matter of like that monster specifically is more or less a matter of like how you position your builds in this game. Way harder than I thought he would be. I was expecting a regular dragon. Then I got one tapped. Yeah, so believe it or not, you're not alone in that. Many people with Alatreon thought the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, Alatreon is I've fought him in the past Monster Hunter game, and he's not as hard in this game as he was in the older games. And like, dude just checks you when he just, after like every what, like 6.5 minutes or 8.5 minutes, he'll just check you. You can't do it, then you just fail. And like that's the hard reality of Alatreon in this game. Fatalis, on the other hand, I had made builds a specific way, and then I was actually told by other players who eventually came onto YouTube and was like, hey, I do want to let you know that like what you're building isn't bad. Like it's actually pretty good for most of the game. But when it comes to Fatalis, it's not going to be as good. Just because you kind of have to change your mindset on how you basically build when it comes to him. But yeah, artificial difficulty is something else. Oh, nice. After you got a nice build? Yeah. I mean, honestly, that is the way to do it, is to essentially do that. Like, find a nice little build. Let me see here. Okay, so 400, 690, so 3 million. All right, we're not quite there yet. I actually wait until like every 10 million Zenny, I'll go ahead and just basically sell. But yeah, this is what I'm currently rocking with the Tribal Warrior build. And it is insane that I was able to make this possible just due to changing the waist. All I did was just change the waist. We stepped down from what we were rocking which was the whole set. And this build actually does really good. I would fight Ruiner Nergigante, and I remember in one of my streams, I like poisoned Ruiner Nergigante like five or six times. He was exhausted and I think sometimes stunned, but exhausted a lot more. So I was like, this is a very consistently good build at what it does. Alright, let me see what new fights we have here. And then, of course, most monsters in this game are affected to some capacity by poison. So, either way, they could say 1 star, and I'm going to look and be like, 1 star, baby. That's all I need. I just need 1 star. Alright. These guys have some things going on with them, so that's fine. I hate this monster, so I might just check something else. You see what's going on in the world of this. That's fun. I don't really care. This is the sleigh. Okay. Wilden Worlds. Dude, that's crazy. And it looks like people are just like doing this hunt. Like any Velkhana, apparently. I don't know if I want to fight you again. I remember my first time fighting Raging Brachydios. I actually had a very hard time fighting this monster. It didn't matter like what build I had. I just had a hard time. And it got to a point where I was like, I don't want to say frothing at the mouth in rage, but I was raging pretty bad with this monster to the point where my friends were like, do you want me to, like, do you want us to come in to help you? And then I was like, oh, you guys want to help me? This entire game, you have not helped me. So what's the change of heart now? Like, I was like, kind of still like my mind was like still angry. And he's like, well, you're having a lot of problems. Like, oh no, I got this. This is personal. This monster messed with me. It's about to see what happens when it does that. And they're like, oh, okay then. Okay. Like, yeah, if you're not gonna help me, if you didn't help me from before, you know, I don't know why you would want to help me now. But I know they meant well. It was just like I was just in the heat of the moment. And they're like, yeah, no, if you need help, just let us know. I'm like, oh, I will let you know if I need it. But this monster has activated my trap card, and it's called It's Personal. So yeah, I definitely did beat the monster. And I got super lucky because I ended up getting like the Immortal Reactor. I ended up getting like all the rare stuff right off the first rip. And I was like, wow, what is this? And one of the guys that used to be in our Discord at the time was like, dude, you got that? No way, dude. You're so lucky. I'm like, ah, well, maybe if you just came and, you know, were with me, you would get lucky too. It's like, that was my mindset. Because, sure, I mean, I can get that, but I generally just had, like, a bad time fighting monsters. Not to say that this monster is still going to be... Woo! Alright, cool. I'm definitely going to be doing this, though, because I'm not going to be caught. Okay, dude. I forget, this guy is, like, motivated by every bad thing you could think of. There we go. Just gonna roll out of the blast blade. I actually kind of wanted to get away from that for sure. Let's try to mount you. Or that works too. Yo, that's crazy. I don't care if we get hit. Go. Dude, this guy is just like reading me. Let me just go ahead and roll some more. Alright, you know what? That's fine. We got some traps, so you know that's exactly what we'll do. Alright, well somebody is on him already, so that's actually good. Swordfish boy, don't knock me out, man. Kinda actually need to, you know, do the thing. Alright, let's go for this tail. That's all. Alright. Rip. Oh, thanks, bud. Okay. You know, I like laying down on the lovely sunny beaches of the volcanic zone. I also love going to our lovely resort over here with all these geysers that are very explosive. And I always love the wonderful massages that we get from these monsters just ramming into our backsides and blowing our backs out. It's great. I mean, truly different experience if you ask me. Ah, crap. They really know how to take the kinks out of here. You know, all the hard spots on the back. It's a quite lovely experience if you ask me. should be fine there. Fun fact, guys, if you do happen to have the glider mantle, you can technically jump right off with the glider mantle on, and it actually counts as like a ledge jump. So you can technically do that. Like, you could do like the famous ledge strat with the glider mantle. It's pretty cool. And I've done it plenty of times. That's why like some of my builds actually do have it, just because of that. Alright, cool. We should be fine here. Yep, we're fine here. Just, I gotta be able to sharpen my weapon. So, once I can do that, then we're gonna swap back to our apothecary mantle. This build actually does utilize like all 5 levels of the tool specialist. So if you didn't know, there is a part of the Fatalis set that has a thing called Transcendence, which actually allows you to get like all the secrets. It allows you to unlock like all secret variants of the specific skills, which would include, in this case, the Stamina Thief, and... Oh, nice try there. Alright, cool. Alright. Yeah, it basically allows you to unlock a whole bunch of the like secret sets, which are really nice. They're actually like very much welcome. Yep, that's cool. Just stay underneath. I'll just take the heat. No tail for you, my man. Alright, so if he decides to do the roar, there we go, we're out of harm's way. And now we're going to switch back to the glider mantle. He's actually going to want to roar pretty soon. So he's just trying to find an area to make more. Or just knock me off from the air because he just hates me, though. Don't worry. I will say, though, that the sentiment is very much similar. I'm gonna bask here. Here we go. Do the roar. Do it. Do the roar. We'll try to just build up. Crazy. Alright, we're gonna go do that. So that way we can... Actually, let's just do this now. Because when he becomes yellow icon, we should be fine. It's gonna be like a short, quick roar, and then you'll see everything just blow up. Feed the bug. Gonna do the thing. Do the thing. I'm gonna be like Bart. I'm gonna be like the Simpsons. Do the thing, Bart. Say the thing. There you go. Perfect. No, moves, dog. Why? Don't do it here. Bad area to do it in. Yeah, take that, man. Okay, that was just the bad area to do. Just gonna... Don't mind me there. Nice try, buddy. I like the sentiment. I like the energy. Keep bringing that, buddy. Keep bringing that. You got good energy there. Just trying to just mess with me, I see. Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go. We got him. We got him. By far the easiest run, to be honest, with this monster. Good dodge. I have no idea if I actually dodged in there, but sure. Alright, we got the Obliterator. Yo! Immortal Reactor. Look at that. Look at that. It's almost as if I don't want to actually say that I said that my very first run, but I did say that, so... Yeah, honestly, like, this is a pretty good build. Very solid. The Slugger is good for the stuns, which technically the Glaive can stun. But, yeah. I definitely love what this build can actually do. Plus, the quality of life, like being the Stamina Surge is... and Stun Resist is just like a kiss on the cake. No, chef's kiss on the cake. So to speak. Yep. Dang it, and I still get swept off my feet. Oh, man. Awesome. Oh, what a lovely picture. I would compliment that this game does a really good job with this, but, yeah. Enhancer, ooh, Enhancer and Protection. That's actually not a bad combo, too. Nice, okay. Pretty good skill. And for that person, I hope they were able to craft stuff, because honestly, the Immortal Reactor is a pretty rare drop for that monster, so if they were able to get it, then best of luck to them. Because I was actually able to, on my first attempt, or the first attempt that I actually passed it, that is. Oh my goodness. What happened? I hate this camera right now. Why is this camera failing me? It's just like not getting the message. Please tell me it's because it's overheating, which then I can question its existence if it is. I just hit HR4. Yo, Hunter Rank 4? Dang. I actually remember when I was a Hunter Rank 4. I was still trying to figure out how to play the game. Not gonna lie. That's crazy, man. Well, congratulations for being on HR4, Absol. Wow, you know, it's definitely not a stream without something failing on me. Eventually, I'll, like, actually invest in, like, a proper camera and stuff. But, like, Obsbot had been, like, a really good camera for a little bit. I did notice that it just, decided to say, nope, I'm done. And, shut itself off. So, cool. I guess what we're going to be doing then is you guys get to see the bedroom. You guys will get to see what's behind me then. Until we, you know, until the program decides to actually, like, you know, do its job and not be a total klutz. So, at least for now. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and type in... Really? Really? People just like die on me? Oh, that's crazy. Ah, that's why. Okay. It's just a little... It was just waking up. I'm gonna force shut this down. Yay. Bring it back up. And we'll see if we can get the virtual one to work. If not, I definitely have another way to make it work. We'll see what happens. Alright. That's... Oh. Alright. Gonna see here. I do have a perfectly good other camera I could use. Maybe, just maybe, if this camera wants to play like this. I could easily just use that instead. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna do a bedroom camera for now until this program actually gets it together. Oh well, it's fine. There's really nothing special in the background where this is at, so it's like it's fine. I'll I'll just take it. Okay. This program's like lagging behind. What is going on? And everything should be fine. Ooh, okay. Doing some typical troubleshooting here. Don't mind me. Okay. Well, that will work then. Alright, so Stingens and Nogur, Alpha, and Beta. Those are the armor. Those are layered armors. Oh, good there. We could definitely, actually, you know what? Let's see. We'll see if we could be a menace to some guys in the low rank and high rank space. Let me see who's fighting what over here. One for the history books. I mean, technically, somebody's already doing this, so someone who has some levels. Yeah, look at that. No, we're not doing this. I'm not going with anyone by the name of Diddy. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. All right, let's see who's doing what in high rank. Oh, that's crazy. The Iron Katana. I kind of wonder if you're using the Iron Katana. I'm sure that's like a low-end katana. So if that's the case, why are we using that? unless you're using mods. Because I do know some Uber mods in this game do require you to use the like base weapons. So yeah, that makes me wonder. Alright, what do we have here? Ooh, okay. Defender Greatsword, Defender Shield. Okay, we'll leave those guys alone. Nurgle Crusher. Ooh, Nergigante. And the Black Fatalis Blade. Ooh, okay. I like that. I like that. But I got an idea. We're just gonna hop in here. Just kidding. We're not hopping in here. I thought we were gonna basically have that in the bag. But the game was just like, nope, not today. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. So then they definitely finished it. We'll just be a monster here. I'm sure this guy is weak to poison. If not, then definitely get the other stuff. Actually, let's find out now. We're gonna find out right now. Hunter's Notes is the OG Valhazak, weak to poison. All I need is just 1 star. And 1 star we shall have. Boom. We're gonna do this with poison. We're gonna do it with poison. If not, we can go in with dragon too. Actually, dragon would be pretty crazy to do. Because I do have a couple builds. We do have this lovely one that we could use too. That's kind of crazy too in its own way. And this was just because of the fight with Behemoth. This too did grow. This is not a normal. This is not like the on the first try build. Let's see here. Could actually have. We can actually get rid of. Yeah, we can get rid of this one. So where is it? Wait, that build is gone. Just kidding. Why is it that I can't delete? Awesome. Let's see here. This the one? Flinch free, weakness exploit. No, this is a different version of what I was looking for. Latent power. Nope, this is not what I'm looking for. As you can see, you got like a lot of different variations of essentially the same build. I'm looking for one with the Fatalis glaive, and it has Part Breaker in it. Like this one. Yes, okay. Actually, both of these. Alright. Oh, that's right. This one uses Innervate, while this one uses the Master's Charm. So, okay. So that's where we get our Critical Eye from. One of these, I believe, is going to be for eventually Safijiva, when I can get around to actually, like, kicking butt with that. Okay. Yep, did not have enough room to put Coalescence in either of these builds. But that's not a problem, because my cat is going to definitely use his claws with a bug that you won't find me sleeping next to. Yay! Now I get to hunt my favorite monster. Oh, you're gonna get. Oh, what is that? What's your favorite monster?
There's only one record of all his acts, but it was more like a possible match, not a definite ID.
I wonder what it is, because I'm curious. Tobi Kadachi, yo, you know what? Tobi Kadachi is a really cool looking monster, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the OG. I think I like Viper a little bit more, but like Tobi's definitely a good one. But then again, I think the part of the reason why I like Viper maybe a little bit more is because of the like paralysis that it has. I'm like, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, Tobi Kadachi is definitely an awesome monster. I almost consider Tobi as like a squirrel. Like a squirrel monster. Rather than, I don't know what else it could be, honestly. But yeah, like it is cool. Yeah, so when you get into the game, you'll see there is another version of Tobi. Nargacuga, yes, Nargacuga 100% is my favorite monster in this game. If you want a favorite monster from me, that is it. In fact, I've actually said on streams from time to time that if you can have any monster as a pet, what would it be and why? And I've even said this to my friends too, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good question. I actually never thought about this." I'm like, "Easy, I know which one it is." It's like, and people were like, "Is it Nergigante?" I'm like, "No, actually, it's Nargacuga." I would personally want to have that flying panther as a pet because one, as long as you're on its good side, because it is a cat by the end of the day, right? So it's like, by the end of the day, if you satisfy its basic needs, you're safe. You just don't worry. And honestly, like, the ability for it to fly, and then when it goes into, like, psycho mode, it is just insanely cool. Plus, I mean, it's a great guardian animal. Plus, the armor set is really cool. I like how this guy is being a sport about this. That's you with Tobi? That's right. Let's go, dude. Oh, don't get in the Kool-Aid, whatever we do. Alright, we're just gonna wait this one out. Nice. Oh, dude, let's go. Got him. I do tend to say also, you might hear me from time to time in this game, like when I play this game, say that like Ebony Odegarin is my other favorite monster, but I'll tell you right now, it's my favorite monster for the opposite reason. It's probably not what you expect it to be. Like, I actually end up saying that it's my other favorite monster because it's the one that I can bully for its lunch money. I could just basically, like, shake it from the legs, like, give me your lunch money. and it'll just give me the lunch money. And it's kind of weird because like something like that is something that I'm not used to because I was a victim of bullying when I was a kid, and I just never knew how to handle it. But like when I see Ebony Odegarin, I'm like, so this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like to bully something. Yeah, totally can see this. Feel that? Yeah. All right, so we got the glider mantle on, right? Get out of the way, guys. Watch this. When I can actually land this. We're on it, and then all of a sudden, boom. There you go. So technically, you could do like your ledge hops with the glider mantle. Ooh, you guys give it. I forgot about that. All right, you know what? This is fine. We'll just go ahead and feed the bug here. Oh, that's so sad. Here, let me help you with that. I'll give you a fresh dose of the wall. I've also gone out of my way to like ask people like what their favorite monsters in the Monster Hunter verse when it comes to like elder dragons and stuff like that. And honestly, I do have to admit, I think one of the monsters that I've come to like appreciate in terms of like being an elder dragon is probably going to be one that's been reintroduced in Wilds, which is Gogmazios. I actually remember playing. My introduction to the series, the franchise, was actually 4U, the Monster Hunter 4U, and Gogmazios was definitely a monster that was not to be trifled with, but it looked really cool in Wilds, and I was like, you are instantly like my favorite Elder Dragon in the game. Just hands down. Don't get me wrong, Nergigante, Velkhana, like, these are monsters in this game that are really cool too. But yeah, if you've played Wilds, you'll know that Gogmazios is definitely a really cool looking monster. I think my controller died. You're about to farm it until you have the weapons for Toby? Honestly, it's worth it. Go for it. Oh. That's... Yeah, how am I supposed to play this game if I'm hooking it up to the wrong computer? Oh, did this I think the game just crashed on me for a completely different reason. Yeah, hold on for a second. Yo, plugging this into my computer caused it to self-destruct? That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. All right, well, you know what we do? Around here, we end up doing this because if the game hates us, we have to hate it back. That's unfortunate. Well, give me a moment to get back online. So, I am going to be I've just been, let me see here. I've been loving Wilds. I just reached Hunter rank 100 and have almost 4 builds going already. If so, I have a very unique uh, player to game relationship with Wilds. The hardware I'm using, for some reason, I'm using like state of the art, like high end stuff for my gaming computer. And for some reason, Monster Hunter Wilds absolutely just crashes like every single time I play the game. So I'm like, dude, I don't know if you hate AMD or if you like them, because every time I'm rocking with like AMD stuff, it just crashes regardless of what my settings are. So I think they just don't like AMD stuff. I think they're like Nvidia shills, which if that's the case, I'm gonna have to take my Nvidia card out again and then like put it into the computer. But yeah, I think here was like the crash that just happened here was explainable. But yeah, I will say though, I love Wilds. In fact, if you want to see, I have put a lot of time in both of these games. This has officially been the one game that has like almost the most amount of time. So let me actually show you. You can also see like what updates I apparently have. Oh, cool. We got updates. Let me see here. Yeah. So with this game, I have almost 1100 hours. And with Wilds, I have almost 550 hours. So yeah, I played both of the betas. I got the chance to test all 14 weapon types. They're all really good. I love the fact that this game has a lot of like, it's a lot friendlier to get into. Unlike Worlds. Worlds is like the like cold shoulder type of game where it's like, you just have to learn me. That's all. You just don't understand me type of game. I avoided Wilds like the plague until I was able to get it to play. You know what? I can agree with you. When I played the beta for Wilds, it was basically telling me it was unplayable on an RTX 3090. It was just like, yeah, if you want to play this game, you're going to be playing on like console frames. And I'm like, so was the whole commitment to like moving to PC, wasn't that like the whole point? So I don't have to be locked to like 30 frames? And then you're just telling me that I'm just going to be playing at 30 frames? How about no? So, yeah, like that's basically what happened there. I was just like, how about no? Let me see here. You have this one. I did have that one. I think it's this one that I was using. I think I was using loadout 32 to fight that last guy. I mean, we'll throw on that if we need to. Actually, this has like all 3. Yo, what? All 3 with handicraft? Oh, that's crazy. I know why though, because clearly we have forsaken critical eye is what we did. Yeah, we were like forsaken critical eye. I think I had one of these builds at some point that was just like actually like 1160, I think it was. Yeah, right here, 1166. Yep, this has all 5 levels of earplugs because why not? Yeah, let's just go back to using the build we were using. Also, I don't like evade window. This is probably one of the skills that you will see me have to, like, you'll see me that I would have to use because I don't get a choice. It's one of the bad things in my opinion about the Fatalis set is that you don't really get a choice with that. Same thing with a weakness exploit. I actually never wanted weakness exploit to be mixed with part breaker because it's counterintuitive in my opinion. Let's see here. Yeah, this was the one. Okay. But yeah. Beat Toby. Just less than 5 minutes. Let's go. About to pull the Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Yep. How about no? Yeah. For sure. I definitely do agree to that. For $1 billion. Oh man. Alright. Well, since the game kind of crashed on us and I have this controller on a charger, I guess that's what we would call a mulligan. So we're gonna go fight another monster. Feline Specialist. Although, I don't think Specialists would be useful here, honestly. Moxie's kind of like the way to go. Funny part is, I can kind of do his voice, and I have a cat. Dang. See, that's the problem. I can't be him because I don't have the cat. I am totally missing the cat. At least here. If I had the cat, like if I was actually at my mother's place, she has the cats, so I could easily like grab one. If I bribe him with treats, that is. If I bribe him with treats, he'll do whatever I want him to do. Alright. Yeah, W for the cat. It's like, you know what? I'm not working without pay. So that's exactly what you're going to do, is pay me. I'm like, you know what? Fine. That's what we'll do. We'll pay. I'll pay you.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, totally forgot about this. Because the game decided to say goodbye and go on vacation, that gives us an opportunity. Okay, everything's on large. Awesome. So we could just do this, and now just kind of chill. Yeah, and also my my cat is a pretty beefy cat with these skills. In this specific version of this build, I actually decided to like opt in for stuff like agitator, weakness exploit kind of, but I like did a bunch of like the stuff that you would probably not really use too much, like flinch free, for example. I'm not a flinch free player. But I do acknowledge that as an Insect Glaive user, what we have at our side is the power of Anime and God by our side, as well as, well, a Pokemon. Which in this case is the one that's on my entire arm. So, you know. That's exactly how life is, though. You don't really want to work for free. True. You're right about that. You do want to work for something. I do agree with you on that. Alright, so, speaking of... You actually do get this, by the way. So, like, this is a insect, or a kinsect, as it's called in this game. This is actually an insect that you get from an event in this game. You fight it's a Final Fantasy collaboration monster. It's called Behemoth. You can actually fight Behemoth at Hunter Rank 24. I think this is absolutely one of the worst monsters in my... Well, I don't want to say one of the worst monsters. It's definitely not the worst monster in this game. In fact, the Leshen is the worst monster in this game, in my opinion, when it comes to event. When it comes to, like, collaborations. Because in this game, you have Resident Evil, you have Street Fighter, you have... what is it? You have Geralt of Rivia from, I forget the game's name right now because I'm just blanking out on that game, but like you have that. You also have Final Fantasy as well. Oh, nice. And while you fight a monster called Omega. In the wise words of Skeletor, oh no, oh you naughty, naughty boy. I hate Omega. I hate Omega a lot. I hate fighting the monster. Why? Because it mechanically beats my butt every single time. Like, he bends me over and just like spanks me because to me he's a hard monster to fight. You know what? Now that you said that, I'm gonna have to like do the political thing and retract my statement because then this sounds completely different. But yes, he is an Omega dick. Yeah. Dude. Now you forced me to go back on my words. I don't usually do that, but you've now done it. Congratulations. Alright, so I'm actually gonna rock with this guy. Let's see what we got up here.
I've been waiting for you.
No, you have not. Don't lie to me. This chick's lying. She's not waiting at all. I don't know how she was waiting this whole time, but she's not. I will say though that I have gotten better fighting Omega. Like my last week's stream, I was starting to get good. I have lost those hunts not because of me. So like to me that is a huge improvement. Funny part is, this is probably the second time of me playing Worlds since I got it. And you're at rank 4, Hunter rank 4, and all I'm using is a dual blades that has 182 attack and 120 blast. By any chance, is that the defender dual blades? Is that the defender gear that you're using too? Oh man, yeah. If you see me look at other players use the defender gear, I'll do this to them. But it's like all joking. I believe so. Yeah. So I like to like throw shade on people who... I'll throw shade at people who use Defender stuff. But trust me, I did too. I used it myself. And anytime I come back to play this game, I now purposely don't even do that as a challenge. Because honestly, the Defender stuff is really good. And if you have Blast at Hunter rank 4... then unless you've done the Zora Magdaros missions, you don't have access to Blast outside of the Defender. So you would have to have Defender in order to use Blast, which honestly, really solid option. It's a very strong element, and for what it's worth, you don't really have to worry. Like, it's definitely one of those that the armor set is really good. In fact, you can run the armor set in the base game, so low rank and high rank. You could just finish out the entire base game story using the Defender gear, the Defender armor sets, as well as the weapons. It's just that good. You don't have much until high rank? Yeah. Question then. Do you by any chance have like some of your other like assistants, like the botanist, for example? Did you actually unlock more slots on the botanist?
Proceed with caution.
Because you can do that. You can actually like unlock more, so you can plant
Wear
more.
it down and keep chipping away at it.
And if you didn't, then the secret to doing that is by doing optional quests. Any of the optional quests that specifically say botanist on it will be directly contributing to that. Alright. Come on. Not dance. Alright, this is kind of a trap. Definitely don't want to be doing this, but sure. That's fine. Cool. That's why we have this mantle. Here we go. Yeah, it's a fun... Yeah, it is. You know what? That's perfectly fine. If you don't have a lot of money, perfectly fine. Because honestly, by that point, yeah, I would say that you definitely don't. Because I didn't when I was at your level 2. Yeah, dude, let's go. Let me see how much damage I could do within the time frame, because we don't actually get a lot of time to do this hunt, but that's kind of like on purpose. Oh, dude. Alright, cool. Oh no. That's, oh cool. Didn't hit. Cool. There we go. Yeah, and it's poison too. Let's go, dude. That's what's up. Yo, Coffee, stop twerking. I'm not here for that. I am definitely not here for that. We're trying to be serious here. Alright, cool. Please tell me you're leaving. Yes, okay. That's crazy. We actually just pushed her within the first, not even 5 minutes? Dang. Dang, not even the first 5 minutes. I actually could possibly do this. Are you gonna fight Safi tomorrow? Yes. I can definitely fight Safi tomorrow. If you want, Sade. How are you doing? You still got a cool name, you know that, right? Sade Waruchi. It is a really cool name. Alright, let's see if we can try to get inside here. Cool. Awesome. Got that extra point of damage there. Oh, dude. Okay. Alright. Stronger the weapon, the quicker you can do that, by the way. That's fine. Alright. Oh, dang it. Chomp chomp, baby. Getting a hyper beam 2 to the face. Ow, dude. Yeah, we'll just wait here. I'm just getting burned to death, you know, it's fine. Calm down there, Safi. Actually, you're not Safi. You're like more like Hardy. Yeah, you're more like Hardy. Because that's what you're being right now. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright, cool. That's actually crazy. Alright, cool. There we go. Perfect. This will help me get my health back now. The one downside to this fight, to be honest. But the Elder Dragon Seal is actually working as intended. Alright, that's perfectly fine. Alright, cool. Yo, that's crazy. Alright, cool. Let's just, we'll stop focusing on the thing. There we go. I should be able to survive this. Let's see if we survive it. Oh, nice. You just planted herbs? Yeah, honestly, grind for herbs. Capsule, you're going to definitely enjoy it, and you're gonna thank yourself later. Because that's what I did. I basically. Alright, cool. Dang, we actually pushed her way after the 5-minute mark. That's crazy. This build might actually be the one that we're gonna go for. This might actually be the new one, the new Safi build. Hey. That's crazy. I might actually just have to replace my Sophie build for this one. I forget which one is the one that's supposed to, like, you're supposed to do to like give you the whole fight. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. I might actually have to like test that out. Let me go over. Wonder if it's the event.
Nice day, huh?
Yeah, you know, chick that totally knew I was gonna be here to do hunts. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Master ring. Let's go to events. Let's see. Oh, so we don't have it here. Okay. Okay. Nope. Alright, so it is just going to be... Yeah, it's just going to be the... Yeah, you know, when I'm not getting ping-ponged around, yes, I do play well. Thanks, Sholly. I like to believe I do. Ooh, fun fact for anyone who plays this game. When you guys get to this point, if you're not already, that monster that you see right there, the what looks like a really rocky roly-poly, when you go to fight this monster, get it on its belly and go straight to the belly. You'll thank me later. Because when I discovered this, it totally blew my mind. Because I know that some of us are not quite there yet. But yeah. Oh, and there you go. There's the... When you get to Mastering, you'll fight this monster. Absol. It is called the Viper Tobi Kadachi. It actually does look really cool. So, when that time comes, that is. Not now, but when it comes. Let's see here. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and see what consists of my Safi build so far. Oh yeah, no. We're going to possibly have to replace that, so... Yep, just going to replace that casually with this. Since we got Divine Blessing, Stamina Thief, and Tool Specialist. Actually crazy that we could fit all that and Agitator. All for the low price of Critical Element. Basically don't have any critical element, but you know. But yep, pretty much have everything here. That's honestly, I don't even know what to say. So Challenger, and I wonder if I could change this, because like honestly, Constitution is not really a skill that I like. Not really something I care too much about. So let me see if we can actually change this. I mean, I don't think we can, to be honest, just because like there's not really many options for me right now, since I'm not getting a lot of these, and the ones that we are using, well, we're using. So yeah, like if I can get more of these agitator skills, then I would probably be happier. But yeah, we can't use Vitality. Because Vitality in this game is useless when you have the Dragon armor set. So, kind of defeats the purpose, since Fatalis gives you that. Alright, let me see what we got here. Are you gonna fight? Yeah, yep, I did read that. Yes. Yes is the answer. Alright, let me see who else we have.
I know you've been working hard out there.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. Alright, let's see who's fighting what in Master Rank. Ooh, yes. I could totally use Thunder. I should use Thunder. I should do it. But I'm not. We're not using Thunder. I'll fight my favorite monster without Thunder. We're probably going to use this build and see how it works against this. Spoiler alert, guys. It's going to work really well. But, let's see how many parts we can break off. Because that's That's gonna be the main name of the game. Oh, insurance? Alright, well, we got one more after this. And we're gonna be running out of we're actually gonna be running out of vouchers. For me. Yo, dude, what the heck? Moxie and insurance? Are you telling me that I could just, I don't know, have like double insurance is what you're saying? That's crazy. Double insurance. I like that. If you guys do want to see like the actual cutscenes for the palicos when they're serving you food, let me know. Let me know in chat, because honestly, if that's something that you're interested in, then I can definitely like wait, because honestly, it's pretty cool to see. Like I'm okay with it. I go bananas on that spot. What? Just go bananas on that spot? What the heck?
Talk about lucky.
Dude, what is this? These guys fighting the monster there? I can't tell if they're fighting the monster there. I think they are. Sure, let's go find out. My own way, that is. Like, why actually do this when I could just do this? If anything, we could also fight the other monsters, and we'll eventually run into them. There we go. Got it. Yep, just picked up the trail. Now we're on the run. Also, this kind of helps me because apparently I've never really gone back to like complete the trails or like the tracks. So this is like a good opportunity for me to do that instead of just like teleporting myself close by. Plus, I mean, let's be honest here. If you do this way, it kind of helps you like get like all your buffs out of the way and, you know, get stuff pretty much set up. So, very useful. Yep, slinger ammo. This. Alright. Already super aggressive. I like it. I like it. Okay, we're gonna definitely have to be careful with that. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Alright, let's actually, yeah, let's just do this. Okay. Now we're gonna do this just in case. Oh, that's really unfortunate for you, buddy. Oh, cool. Yo, Nargi. Okay, you know what? Actually, this is fine. We'll just do that for now. Nargacuga, why? Why? I'm in the Grundle, apparently. This fur actually looks like really good. Dang it. Go get him. Go get him. Just bully it. Yeah, we have forced him back. No way, dude. We forced him back. Dang, man. We're swinging. We're swinging and missing. Yahoo! What the heck happened? Alright. What the heck? Dude, why are you not hitting? Okay. Alright, that's fine. You know what? That's fine. Good thing we have insurance. Yeah, that was cool. I am surprised that, like, this grapple is not, like, hitting. That's fine, we don't need it to hit. Because we're gonna hit hard. We're just gonna be like Goku in this scenario. Just hit. Just hit really hard. Yeah, there you go. Now while that tail is like perfectly flared out, it actually gives us a good opportunity. There we go. Good job. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna whiff that shot because apparently that's what we're good at with this. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Alright. Nice. Do it. Yeah. That's what's up. Nice. Where are you? Flash bomb. Nice. There we go. There we go. Got the assist. That temp stun did it. Temp stun did it. Slide. I can't slide, actually. So, that's the thing about my character. My character cannot slide. Hate him. Don't worry. I actually never hated this monster, but you know, it does happen. Kabuki, let's go. I wonder, can I actually, like, hopefully I can... Come on, get to the end. Don't block me. Oh, dang it, it ruined it. It stopped it. Yeah, I wish I could slide, honestly, George. I can't. Not with this particular one. If I was using Charge Blade in this game, yes, I could slide, because technically it does have a slide built into its mechanics, but not this guy. The whole, quote-unquote, the whole shtick for the... Wow, I was shafted in terms of, like, highlights. What is this? In terms of like what the Insect Glaive does, it specializes more being in the air than it does on ground. Though like any other build, you could technically attack from the ground and then, you know, does damage and whatnot. But yeah, like sliding is just not a part of this, not part of the skill set. That is my word. Sliding is not a part of my skill set. You wanna quote that? Go right ahead. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Like she's not bad. She's a pretty good fight. I do not want to. No, I'm not saving that. That's not getting saved. The Golden Rathian can just fuck a chode. I hate that monster. All right. Take a look at our next monster we'll be fighting. Let me see who is fighting what in this. All right, so they got 3 people on this one. We'll let them do their thing here. The Black Fatalis Blade. Unless they like speed ran the whole like. No, actually, I think that is possible. You know what? Yes. It looks like that's fine. We might actually come to this one. Under the Veil of Death. Ooh. Yeah, he always checked Fabrizio's Insect Glaive. Yes. I like how the Sister of Battle has a literal math equation as the name of their palico. Why would you do that to the poor cat? I would never name my cat off of like a math equation. You must really hate your cat. Yo, Dave, what's up? Thanks for the follow. My name is Travis. I'm the guy behind the Tech Gaming channel. So, aka Tech Gamer. I do play Monster Hunter World and I play Wilds. We actually alternate between the two games on a weekly basis. So this week is Monster Hunter World. Next week will be Wilds. And boy, is it always wild with Wilds. I guess especially the game stability. But aside from that, I do like playing other games as well. I have a whole slew of games that I technically play. And every now and then, I will do something where it's like, hey, you guys can pick the game. I'll have a list of games, and I will play it. I got a bunch of games in my library. I might actually go back to doing that, but who knows? Usually we spend like at least one day with something like that. But yeah, I actually decided to come back to these games because I want to get better. And though it looks like I'm already good, there's still lots of room for improvement, especially if you're used to just one weapon and one weapon only. So, yeah. We are just pretty much playing it chill today. We're just helping out other hunters make progress. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. Like, we're not really trying to do like any crazy builds or anything like that today. But we probably will in the next, in tomorrow's stream. We probably will go back to making unique builds and then fighting. Hit me up when you want to try Arma Reforger. You know what? If I don't have that game, I'll have to look into it. And I will definitely do that. I will say this, guys. I do not really play Call of Duty games anymore. So if you happen to recommend that, I may not play it. I did last time with Black Ops 6. I thought the Central Hub puzzle was pretty cool, but outside of that, I thought like zombies was pretty much the only cool thing about it. I was not really too thrilled outside of the game overall. I don't really play multiplayer because it's been so many years since I played that. And I do know that technically Black Ops 1 and 2, honestly my two favorite games in the series, are on the PlayStation 4 and 5. So, I don't know. Maybe I will get around to getting that, but I just don't know if I want to go back to that. So, yeah. At least when it comes to those games, yeah. I made my Palico black and green and gave him the name Monster. Absol, you are a monster then. Because that is pretty cool. Black and green. I like that. Yeah, I actually just named my Palico based off of my best friend that I grew up with. So he's pretty much in all of my Monster Hunter games. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to do a different build. Let me see here. Yes. Builds. We're going to go ahead and... let's do... they're basically the same. The only difference is the affinity level. Honestly, this could really, like, this could be a thing. And then my resist build. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna do the epileptic build using the Viper Tobagidachi glaive, by the way. This is not just the skin, this is like the actual weapon, as you can see by the blue. And honestly, I am going to give you some insight, Absol. If you really want to like go down the routes of this, I just upgraded my defender and now I have 238. Yeah, honestly, it is still like really good. The blast is honestly what you're looking for. And what's really cool about this, I do have some explosive glaives as well. It's not going to be the... it's definitely not going to be the defender glaive, but I will tell you this. Let me show you at least here for the... actually, I can show you dual blades, because you know what? You do have dual blades, so that would not be fair for me. So I can give you some insight as to what this looks like at the very end. So at the very end, you're getting that bad boy. I actually did not realize that you have poison in this as well, but that's a hidden element. Oh my gosh, why do you guys have hidden elements in this? I want like actual, oh, that's right. I'm really spoiling you now, like you're getting like full-blown spoilers with that. I'm just gonna hop out of that and go to Insect Glaive. But yeah, like if you look at Insect Glaive, we kind of have that too. Like we start at 150 and then like it goes up and caps out at like 270. But if you look here, the final Defender Glaive actually is like pretty decent. Sharpness is really good and everything. You're a Charge Blade main? Dang. Dual Blades is actually really fun. I will say this. If you do play Wilds, I will say that my main in Wilds will be Insect Glaive, Bow, and Dual Blades. Those are my 3 main weapons. My other weapons after that would be the Charge Blade, because the Charge Blade is so much easier to get into in that game than it is here. But that's just because I don't really play that. As you can see, like, I basically played this. I play Insect Glaive. So I'm into, like, smacking monsters with a stick. And as you can see, I even have the True Fatalis weapon maxed out. Typically, I usually play this for, like, the duration of the stream. But we are thinking about Fridays. I will say Friday, possibly think about that. So on Monster Hunter Wild, I'm making it a mission to have a build for every weapon and going to learn every weapon. So far, I have a Charge Blade, Insect Glaive, Dual Blades, all blades. For all builds complete. And other than a couple minor things. Yeah. And Longsword is very fun. Like, I technically have like a Charge Blade Longsword. I do have a bow build, I want to say. But like, Dual Blade and Insect Glaive are kind of like the 2 go-tos for me. But yeah, like it's definitely something. It's definitely something. I definitely enjoy it. But yeah, Jacob, I want to let you know that technically I didn't stream on Wednesday, which was, for me, it was yesterday. So I did not stream yesterday because it is one of my days off. So if you want to, you could actually maybe go to like some of the past streams that I've had and see. But yeah, I don't usually stream on Wednesday. I don't usually stream on Saturday or Sunday unless I make it known that I'm going to do that. But yeah, typically that's what I don't do. Because like anything, I'm kind of like treating this as like my job, where it's like you work a certain amount of days, you have some days off. So that's what I'm doing. And also, I will let everyone know, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, that if at any point I do take like time off, like if let's say I like take time off of work or something, then that also will relate to longer streams, because then I can actually like go on and stream longer, because I have like that vacation time. But yeah, if I do not, and it's just like my typical work time, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit shorter, except for Fridays. Fridays are gonna be longer because the weekend. But yeah. I will say though, Absol, I actually tried out Mushroom Mancer. Just subscribe to tier 1. Yo, dude, thanks for the sub, bro. I mean, honestly, you don't really have to, but I do appreciate it if you do. That definitely goes a long way. That's what I will say. I am a broken record in saying that. Okay, got that. Now let's put on this. Because guess what? Dance mode's going to be activated out of this bad boy. There we go. Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you. Typically farm gear in Monster Hunter once you hit high rank, and then once you get through high rank, you'll go farm monsters for better stuff. Ooh, yeah, Zora Magdaros is actually a really cool monster. So I wish you the best of luck on that. I do have a tendency to help people on that specific version, like on the low rank Zora, as well as like high rank Zora, because both are really cool. And you like the, you know what, Dave? I would like to collab too. Like honestly, whatever, what games, if you have like games that we both play together, then sure, I would love to collab with you. I'm always down for that too. Like if you guys have, like if we both have games that we can play, then yes. Alright, we're gonna back off from that. That's why we back off from that. Cool. Go! To the wall! To the window! To the wall! Oh, actually, I'm not gonna finish that. Yeah, I will say that there it is. Dance mode has been activated, baby. Yeah, that's right. He was like, I'm not having it today. I am out. Audi 5000. Peace. Why are the monsters hard to kill? You know, this is a good question. I often ask myself that too. Why are they so hard to kill? But short answer to that is because we're pretty much at a point in the story technically where they would be more difficult. And this monster technically is in Master Rank, so Master Rank monsters are going to be more difficult than their like high rank or low rank, if they have them, counterparts. Nice. That's smart. Yo, props to the hunter who threw the smoke bomb down. Yeah. Why are they so hard? You know, maybe it's just because they don't know what it means to be soft. Maybe they're just not softies. Or maybe we just don't spend the time to become friends. Then again, do you want to make friends with someone who's littering the floor all the time? Like, look at this. This guy's like legitimately like littering the floor with his dust. I don't want this on me. And it's bad enough that like you go to the beach and then like all of a sudden, no matter what you do, you like have sand in the weirdest of places. Like I will take like my shoe out and then see like sand in there. Like I don't know how I have sand in here. Like why is there sand in this shoe? I made sure it was nice and tight. Oh dude, this is easy. Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. Here, enjoy this tree. Let's go. Don't worry, if you keep bashing it in the face enough times, every monster becomes easy. Nope, Vespid, you are not late. I will say that no monster, listen to me. All the monsters are always late. I can't help that. But like, nobody is really late in my streams. And I will say this, if you think that you were late, you can always check the VOD. Because there's definitely going to be the VODs available, usually after all my streams. No, 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 no. Don't run. You cannot run from your destiny. Come here. Come hither. Boom, baby. Take that. Been successfully reconnected. Awesome. Yeah, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna do this before I die. Alright. We're just gonna kind of wait this one out so I can heal. Alright. Okay. Another one. Another one with the clutch claw. We're getting the clutch claw kills today. Hopefully it stayed on. Oh, it did! YouTube actually stayed on this time. Go! That's what's up, man. Let's go. YouTube actually survived the disconnect. The internet's not happy. That's what I'll say. Ooh, we even got a gem. Dang, got the gem. Grab that. Why not? Need the bug. Yep, you can, here, eat bug. Eat all you want. You did good. Alright. That's fine. Yep, hopefully you guys are back. I hope everyone is back. Had a brief interruption there with the internet. We did lose connection from the rest of our hunters, but that's fine. I mean, we were pretty much at the end, and we reached Master Rank 400. Thank God we did. We finally broke the 300. Oh, that's unfortunate, because you know what that means? I need to put in a new... I'll need to put in, like, a new ID or something. Ooh, slay an Elder Dragon. Hey, what's up? What's this, then? I've seen flying rank 8 or higher to rank 6. Okay, actually, that's not too bad. Oh, Celestial Wyverian print? Oh, yes. Yes, please. We're definitely going to do that. I believe we should be... We could just max out on that. But yep, hopefully you guys are able to, like... Hopefully I'm able to see your chats if you guys have made any chats. If not, that's fine. But yeah. Let me actually check real quick. Check Twitch for a second, just to make sure that everyone's back. Because I actually don't have the thing running right now. I'll just have to bring it up. I'll just see. Alright, cool. Awesome, so it is running. Beautiful. Alright, so. Yeah, this is definitely my epilepsy build. It deals with paralysis. And usually the monster kind of like dances a little bit, as I like to call it. Obviously, epilepsy is not... I will definitely preface by saying this is just purely a joke build. It is not something that I will condone. I don't condone epilepsy. Same thing with like COVID, obviously. As someone who... I assume that I went through it, to be honest. I assume I actually did catch it at one point. Can't say for sure, because I was showing up to work. That Amazon life, right? When I was working there. It was like, oh, you caught COVID. Cough, cough. Okay, so, are you going to show up tomorrow for work? One of the running jokes. That, yes, even though you may be sick, you still got to show up for work. Alright. Let's go ahead and show you this build. Obviously, it's going to look the same, because this was the original setup for this, by the way. So if you see more than one of the layered set like this, that's because this is the original one. And this was because when I was fighting Behemoth, this is literally what my sentiments were. And I said it every single time I would finish the fight. Like, no, just no. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I like my Thunder build. I like to say I like my Thunder build, but I like it. Uses the, if you guys must know, it uses the Furious Rajang Glaive, which I should probably say it uses the Furious Rajang Club, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a club. And then, obviously, we're going to have to do this. Yeah, this is unfortunate. That's fine, though, because then we can always put a new ID in there if you guys want to join. Yo, welcome, Absol. I'm glad you're still here. Like, I'm glad that the sessions, believe it or not, I'm actually glad that YouTube stayed stable the entire time. Because the last time I did this, and my internet just kind of, like, went in and out, it was long enough for YouTube to say, well, I guess he's not streaming anymore, deuces, and left. And it was just like, okay, cool. So, I could be talking about something, and then it just dies. Awesome. But no, it held up. I'm surprised. Which, I gotta give kudos for YouTube when it actually does that. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's actually see. Let's see what we have in, like, high rank. I want to see what hunts people are on. What are all the cool kids doing? You know what? I want to leave this person in the dust. Like, you know what? I don't want to fight this. But I'm going to. Because I made a promise that until Ascension comes up, I am going to... Anyone who has a Kushala fight, I will fight it. I don't care what I'm doing. This is like my squirrel moment. You know how like everyone's like squirrel? And we're like, Kushala. Oh. I'm like the guy who would wake up and like, oh, for a second there, I thought somebody was hunting Kushala. But yeah, I absolutely hate this monster. If there is a #1 hated monster in this game for me, it's this monster. This Elder Dragon, I hate it. I had only the funnest of times fighting this monster. And quite frankly, I was like, you know what? Because I went through living hell to get the beta set for it in master rank, and essentially just completing the fights against this monster, period. Yeah, I definitely can say that during the base game story, I hated the monster. It was kind of like my wall. So once I finally got past it with the Insect Glaive, I was like, you know what? I just don't know. I just don't know. That, but I am willing to help anyone who wants to get past the fights, because I understand probably more than you can imagine that this monster is nothing but a challenge for some people. I have seen others that were like, oh yeah, Kushala's not that bad, he's a great monster. I'm like, yeah, and you know what, you're definitely on some of that Zaza that you gotta share, you know. You're gonna have to share whatever you're smoking, because I cannot fathom the idea of this monster being a good monster to fight. Bro was motivated there. What the heck? You know what? I am too. Take that. I would love to say inspiration, but I'm not gonna say that. Oh boy! You're refusing there. Light bow gun? Yo, that's what's up. That's how you're gonna do it. Yep. Light bow gun, my man. That's what you're doing. That's the easy mode right there. And that's perfectly okay with me. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Alright, just waiting for him to stop dancing. Awesome. Grab this. Go ahead and do this. Bro is like target, bro. I get here and he's like, I know you. And I'm like, yeah, I do too. We both hate each other. We're settling the score. Ah, that's too far up. Yeah, that's too far up. Okay. There actually is a way, like, if they do zone transitions, which is what Kushala is doing right now. Yeah, the term is called, like, zone transition. When he's moving from zone to zone, technically, before he takes, like, he reaches the apex of his flight, you can actually hit a flash pod on the monster, and it should, if it's within range, knock them all the way back down. Which is pretty cool. And sometimes you could do that more than once. There is, I think, a limit to how many times you can flash a monster. But, yeah, it's pretty cool when you can get away with doing it. I'm specifically doing this because of, like, the jump attack. I don't think... Do I have bombs on me? Yes, I do. Alright, cool. I happen to have... Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Let's go, dude. That is what's up. That was really cool. Dang. That was actually really good. Well, bow gun users for the win, man. That's all I have to say. Nope, don't need that. Alright, cool. I do wish that this game also had, like, you know, that you can end the mission immediately. Because it's like, you can't do that in this game, but like in Wilds you definitely can, which is honestly, like, I think that's where they got the idea from, was like from the feedback. But yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. I will say the Wilds trade-off to World is the Clutch Claw. Like, the Clutch Claw, you can't really use it in the game the way that it's intended outside of, like, one specific fight. But, at the same time, you also have a tendency to use the Clutch Claw for, like, resource gathering, which is unique. But, yeah, like, outside of that, I don't know. I don't know, man. But, at least the focus mode is good. Oh, the red dragon? Okay. Yep, there's that. We got that done. I wonder, do we have a Piscine monster? A Piscine in high rank. I can probably get that done quick. Actually, let's go back to Master, because I know we do have that as well. Oh? Okay. Oh, duh. Yes, I am here. Ooh, Namiel. This is always a good fight. This monster's a good fight. Oh, another wall. Okay, you know what? Bet, we're gonna do this. We're gonna help this person out too. Because, if you're totally into these monsters, it's fine. But if not, I'll just come in, wreck, and then go. Wait. Odin's Quest. Hold, please. We're gonna verify something. You'll see my friends for a moment. He's not on. Okay. Not on. I wonder. I legitimately wonder if this is one of my friends that's actually playing, and it's just crazy how we're just randomly seeing him. Turf Yoden. I don't think that's him. I now don't think that's him. Because I don't think his cat's name is Turf Yoden. Alright. Take a look at what we got here, because I want to... I think this is also a cat one too. Yeah, it's a darker cat with the Halloween set. And it's using an explosive glaive. So if you want to see a nice explosive glaive, there is this. It's actually been a hot minute since I've used this too. I love it.
Target engaged. Secure the area to allow for safe extraction.
Where are you guys? Oh, I know where it's at, but I don't have tracks? Yo, that's crazy. Alright, let's actually go get some hot drinks, because this does matter. I don't want to have to, like, fight with the environment. And I don't have that right now as my skill, so... yeah. Hot drink it. Yep. Stock up on this. Oh, we technically have both. Look at that. Alright. Actually, no. We don't need that. Let's see. Do we have anything else we can... I mean, it looks like it's a no. Like a no. What do we have here? Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Here we go. Alley-oop. Best mount in the game, by the way. Best mount in the game. You fight me on this? Go. You got this. Okay, cool, bye. Oh, wait, what? Scoutflies, tell me where to go. Guide me. Guide me in your ways, Scoutflies. Show me the path. Lead the way. I want to be running towards the monster, not away from it. Oh, look at that. Oh no. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna just do this now. Flash bomb. Here we go. Boom. Just kidding, apparently. I really didn't want it, you know. It's fine. Alright, secret with this monster is that you actually want to bust... You want to break his hands, essentially. That's gonna be the secret with this guy. Because that will get you real quick. Yo, this monster's spamming. Yo, we got a spammer. Let's go. And then if you break the fangs, then you can kind of like stop him from like blasting ice and then like just wrecking you that way. Wow, that actually aimed too. Rip. That aimed and still managed to miss. Rip. For sure. Alright, let me just make sure this guy doesn't actually go down. Okay, cool. Gonna do this now. Where is he? Bro is making sure that we don't reach him. I mean, that's fine. I'll take it. Wow, dude. Like, he is actually just making me avoid him. Like, he's trying to avoid me. I am this monster's plague, apparently. I'll take that, actually. That's useful. Oh my gosh. You can imagine how much I love this monster. Good job, by the way, on the part break there. Beat him up, guys! Beat him up! There we go. Break those hands. Can't do much when you're broken. Alright, cool. Keep him around a little bit longer there. Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah, let's go. Turf war, baby. Gonna do this right now. Stock up. Swap out. Yeah, look at that. That's right. Beat him up. Beat him up. Yeah. Show him what for. Oh my gosh, the roar competitions. Dude, that's cheap, man. Nice, nice. Boom. Alright, we're gonna go for that face. So we can break the face. Because we've already broken the hands. We're gonna dance a little bit. Yep, that's what happens when you break those hands. If I have to say one thing about this fight, this was the reason why I didn't really like this monster, was because I could not essentially like catch up to him, since he loved moving around. And when a monster that you are fighting moves in football fields of length, yeah, it gets a little hard. Good thing for us, we have a perfect dodge here. Every single time. Boom. See, we don't even have to worry. Dig it into his back. Gonna blow his back out. Boom. Oh, you won a second round? Alright, let's do it again. We'll blow it out for the second time. Boom. Oh, we were not gonna get like the legendary third? Dude, that would have been crazy if we did. There we go. Actually, that's good. That's fine. Let's go ahead and grab this. Alright, Wolg. Let's go. Let's go, Wolgberg. Call you Walborg. Yeah, we could definitely call this Wolg that. Okay. Please do not wake the monster up. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yep. A nice pair right there. Barrel full of happiness. Ooh, nice. Let's go. Let's go. Finish the first Zora mission? Nice. Oh my gosh, dude. That was the best way to break the part off of this monster. Dang. No shot, dude. No shot. He is rightfully pissed for that. Dang, dude. That was like it's awesome. That was an awesome way to break the fangs on this guy.
Threat eliminated. Let's find those two and complete our mission.
Wonderful. Yes. That was definitely quite the way. Witcher Blast. There it is, The Witcher. That's the game. Not registered. Oh my gosh, dude. I love how my Kabuki dance is not registered. Now I have to head to the Great Ravine. Ooh, nice, nice. Yep. Another one? Dang. Yo, there's been Dragon Bone artifacts just popping up in this mission. But yeah, this blast build I've had for a long time. I have never changed it because I think it's perfectly good where it's at. As a YouTuber, as a tech tuber likes to constantly say, it's a perfectly cromulent build. I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, dude, this build. That was actually like a really cool way. Like, blast barrels, invest into them. You'll thank yourself, period. Not in the future, not now, period. And it doesn't even matter. You could use like what I use, the Mega Bomb barrels, or you can just use the other ones that you may have. Technically, I have regular barrel bombs that work, bounce ones work, and I have the large and then the large barrel bomb. So like these all work too. Sometimes I actually rock with like both of them, just in case. But yeah, that was a crazy fight. I thought I was gonna go into that not liking it, but never mind. I was just wrong. I actually went in there loving that fight. But then again, flow state, you know? Just get into it. And then the Hunter Runestone. Actually, I wonder, do we technically have any Leshen fights going on? I know I'm going to regret those words, but I wonder where we got Leshen fights. I really shouldn't be saying that. In fact, I really shouldn't be even trying to do this. Nope, I don't care about that. Leshen. Where are you? Also, Cove is another one that's like really good to fight. If you can manage to like fight that by yourself, it's a great fight. And it's worth it too. You have some like really good armor pieces with some great skills. You know, I kind of figured that Ancient Leshen would not be here. Would not be available on anyone's radar. Because one, people are smart enough not to fight it. Because it's a waste of a fight. I actually was like under the impression that you would actually get like the reward was... I mean, if you're doing it to essentially complete stuff... Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Hopefully we will get back. Oh, reconnected. Is YouTube looks like it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Cool. I like that. And it looks like Twitch is back. I think the internet is just not happy today. Looks like we do have some dropped frames going on, which is, you know, I'll have to figure that out. Well, thanks, and then welcome back, Absol, from the Adpocalypse. I'm glad you survived that. I will say this. To answer that question is kind of a hard question to answer, because there is no set level. When you beat the base stories campaign, it actually entirely depends on what you did. So, like, if you grinded like for me, last I remember when I finished the base game, I went from like I want to say like I went from like 12 or like 12 or 15 for my hunter rank to like 25. It was something like that, which I thought was a pretty big jump. And I was then later on, actually no, it was from like, yeah, it was about that. Yeah, it was about that kind of jump. But I actually heard people say that they went from like low levels, kind of like what you're talking about, to like 30 or 40 for their hunter rank at the last mission of the base story. And like the only reason why I would know that is because I actually met a couple people when playing this, and they said, yeah, no, they went from like hunter rank 10 to like hunter rank 30 or hunter rank 40. And I was like, dude, what did you do? And he's like, I did all the optional stuff that I could in game. Before I finished the last mission, I just went back and like did all the other stuff before. I grinded for like all the armor sets that I wanted. And I was like, oh, so you just basically like did everything you wanted then, and then you like came back. Actually, no, we don't want that. I want this. But yeah, it entirely depends on what it is you're doing. Alright, this monster is a bit of a unique thing with me, because I have had one particular experience with this Nightshade Paolumu is what it's called. And that is that its gimmick, I was never able to truly get like the first time experience of it. Because he kept kicking me out of it. Oh, we just kicked him right out of his roar. That's right, dude. Get wrecked. Yeah, you're not doing that. Nah, man. I'm tired of you like trying to put others to sleep. I should have had you hit that. Yeah, fellow Glade brother, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Beat him up with me. Beat him up. Yeah, there you go. I tenderized him for you. It was a warm-up. Yeah, I definitely would say that if you're like going from low rank to high rank, don't grind for armor in low rank, because honestly, it's not going to really be the best. And I've actually been told by people who are much more ahead of me in this game than I was, basically telling me, don't grind for any gear, period. Just wait until you get into master rank, because that's like where that's where like everything that would matter matters. Like if you want to like go for builds in that, by that point, yes, then do it. But honestly, if you want to get like armor sets now, go ahead, man. Like I wouldn't try to like gate you from doing that, because like I kind of like know what that's like, having to basically like saying no, don't do this, and then like actually taking their word. Because honestly, high rank does have some like pretty good sets that you can just get. But I will tell you, when you transition to high rank in the base game and you make your way to master rank, I will tell you that the armor sets that you've made will fall off pretty quickly in master rank. But it's by design. It's not like it was just, you know, because of just like you and your progress. Like they did that intentionally. Which honestly I can kind of understand. But like you can get like some very unique builds. So yeah, go have fun, man. Have fun with that. How did I manage to do that? I don't usually get that lucky. Oh, you're yellow too. Okay. Dang it, I flubbed that. Oh, I didn't. Ah, it was all part of the plan, guys. Yep. That, I definitely planned for this. I knew that the vine trap was there. Yeah, all part of the plan. Yeah, yeah, totally. Will the defender stuff get me up to master? Because if I can get to master, then yeah, I don't have a problem with waiting. Defender gear will definitely last you to master. Yeah, no doubts. I can tell you from personal experience using that armor set, yes, without a doubt, it will do it. That's how I actually did it, to be honest. I used the defender set for that, and I was just like, cool. And honestly, I will tell you this, even in master rank, you could use the defender set, and it can carry you for a good portion of master rank. I won't say that it will, I will not confidently say that it will carry you all the way, but it will carry you a good portion of the way. Because the defender gear, all the defender gear is just a build with a bunch of quality of life stuff. Like that's really what it is. And honestly, it does a really good job with that too. So definitely rock with it if that's what you're comfortable with using. But yeah, master rank is like, it's an entirely different beast when it comes to building. But then again, that also makes sense because like monsters are going to be much harder too. I phased through this monster. I did not know this monster has this ability. Why didn't my handler put this in the notes that I could just phase through this monster? I didn't know this thing knows like quantum physics. Oh no, nope, I want to stay away from this. Yep, for that reason. There you go. Get back in the fight, man. Yep, you will do this. This will be very annoying. Ouch. No! No happy! Knock me out, man! Come on, make me flinch! Make me flinch! Hit me! I don't even usually say that! Well, I guess the monster did it for me. Okay, cool. No, bro's trying to put us to sleep so he can wake us back up and then put us to sleep again. This monster's smart. Now I'm getting all the hits. Dang, dude. I'm sleeping on the job. It's okay. My bug's doing the work for me. I trained the Pokemon well. What can I say? I trained my Pokemon well. He knows how to use Drill Peck. Nice, nice. Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you running? You think you're running? Cute! Run into this wall for me. Alright, we'll use the ground combos because there's not a lot of room in here. Nice, nice. Yep, stay right here, buddy. Stay here for us. Oh, jeez. He was like, I'm tired of getting gangbanged in the tunnel. What was that? Jeez. Which signal on your shortcut list? If your Palico isn't also asleep, he'll try to hit you. Oh, good advice. I really think about that. This entire time, I was like, kind of like complaining about how my Palico basically is on strike. He doesn't want to ever help. So that's actually a good point. I will definitely need to do that. I'll do that after this hunt. We'll go back to the radial menu. Oh, yo, crazy how that one works. Alright, cool. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. There we go. No blow for you, man. No blow for you. Enjoy your time getting your back blown out. Again. Maybe the back of your head, too, while we're at it. Dang. Dude just got tired. Wait, was that another clagger? Yo. Crazy. Dude is getting pushed. Alright, nope, he's gonna try to fly. Do it, fly. Fly. Do it, let him fly. Let him fly. Come on, you got this, man. Oh, dang it, he went too high, man. Alright, cool. Alright, well, if I had the opportunity to put my weapon away quicker, I think we would have had him stay. But that's fine. I mean, he's pretty much almost down. Is it free world? I mean, I don't think the game is free. If you're talking about, like, the lobby, I actually have to update the lobby because the game in the middle of a fight actually disconnected. And I think my internet just, like, I think the servers just don't like me. I like to say that all the time, by the way. So, definitely don't believe me when I say that. But, but usually Monster Hunter World is on discount most of the time. There's always, like, a discount for this game. And, I mean, you could get, like, CD keys if you want. Like, you could always do, like, a key code for it. Perfect. But yeah, no, this game's usually on a discount. You don't really... I don't think it's necessarily free all the time, but yeah, definitely on a discount. You know what? That's fine. We're just gonna wake you up like this. Yep. Dude, yeah. That's right. Brother. There we go. Go, bug. I choose you. Oh, and then I get run over by tackle. The last time you do that now. Just kidding, it's not the last time, apparently. Here, let me do that again. We'll have you simulate that again. See? You did good that time. Ooh, we got that blast going off. Dude, we got the blast going off. Otherwise, is like joining the session free? Yeah, joining the session I think would be free, but you would have to be... World is unfortunately one of those games where you have to be on the same platform in order to play together. Unless there's a mod out there that allows you to play on different platforms, then I can't really say. So I don't play with mods very often, but I will experiment with this game with mods from time to time. Oh, but of course that's usually offline. So, you know, so Capcom doesn't get bent out of shape for you, like trying to make the game better, in my opinion. But, I mean, for a game that's like, what, like 7, 8 years old, yeah, you're bound to run into stuff like mods. That should just be of the norm. I love my not registered. Really? Dang. You guys stopped me from dancing. It was just like, no dancing. Like, okay. Okay. Oh, what a wonderful screenshot. I have no idea what's going on, but what a wonderful shot. Alright, Gobbler and Attack. Ooh, Speed Eating and Attack. That's a pretty good combo. Actually, it's a pretty good combo. Yep, that's right. We definitely did that. Alright, so let's do this. Radio menu. We're going to do what Sade Waruchi said. We're going to go ahead and I'm first going to talk to... I'm going to talk to this guy, who I swear is Joey Wheeler from the Yu-Gi-Oh series. And then we're going to go ahead and switch this up. Alright, so customize radio menu. Usually what I use to make things easier for me. So, quest settings. So this is when you're out in the field. So this is usually my health section. So obviously carries the max potions, carries the potion and mega potion. This is just like a quick thing here because, you know, there's only so much that you can carry here that's, you know, health related. Because I don't usually frequent the Mushroom Mancer, we did try on this past Tuesday stream from this week, we did try a Mushroom Mancer in our build, and I was like, this is actually kind of cool. But the build kind of sucked because like the other skills were just, yeah, they were good. But the monsters I was testing it out with were not good. So this is my meat, stamina, and trap. I do have a couple dances in here, so it's like, it's fine. I usually have my well done sticks here. If there's like anything there, like in this case, easy ration. So if I get it from like the chest, then there's that. We do have traps in here, like I mentioned, and then of course, like drugged and tinged meat. I do use these from time to time. It's very rare though. Boost and stamina. So like anything that can help with like stamina, I used to have in here. I need to change that name. This should probably just be the buff section, the buff and heals, because I do have some stuff here for heals. I do have some stuff for buffs. So yeah, and then like debuffs and environment help. Debuffs, I don't know why I actually put that in here, but yeah, environment help, the hot drink, cold drink, the raider rides, my Ubers. I do have a dance in here too, and then obviously that. So yes, signal. Where would I want to put signal? Actually, we could put signal in this one. I think it's a good one to put signal in. And look over there. All right, take a look here. Signal. Yes. Boom. And then of course you have like the stuff here for when you're in a place like this in the hub, not out, you know, trying to die. I don't really do very much with this, so like what you see here is probably what's been here for a while. But yeah. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I think this is kind of a good place for me to stop right now, because it is almost 11 and I got work tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and save this game, and we will end it for the night. Also, the story behind me saving first and then like quitting, it was because of this game. I was actually playing the game and I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and quit because, you know, I could just save the game right before it quits. And one day I clicked on save, and then it actually said saving, and then it said that it failed to save, and then just quit the game. And I was like, all that work I just put into this game and it didn't save. Alright, from this day forward, I'm going to be super paranoid about this. We're saving before we leave. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I think this was a nice little breakaway from like what we're used to. But yep, I will say for everyone who did join, thank you. Thank you for joining. And thanks to, I will definitely give a shout out to Dave. Thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Again, that means a lot. I try my best to try to be as entertaining, as like active as much as possible. And I know I'm trying to grow this. I also technically have a Discord. So it was just recently created. So if you guys want to join it, on my Twitch channel, I actually should have a link that goes directly to that Discord channel. So if you want, you could check the Twitch channel out for that, so that way you guys can join. It is right now a super basic server, But my mindset is, at least for right now, it's going to be basic, but the more people we get in it, the more that server will evolve. And who knows? Maybe we can have some like clips, we have some highlights and stuff like that that we can post on there, as well as, on YouTube and Twitch. So, at least for now, if you guys do happen to join, you will probably see something super basic, but don't worry, it's like that for a reason. It's meant for us to kind of grow together as a community. Yep. Thanks guys for joining tonight's stream. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll probably be doing some unique stuff. And guess what? I'm sure we're gonna have some people join. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully this game doesn't just hopefully the internet will survive is what I'm realistically should be saying. Hopefully the internet actually behaves with us on Friday. So you guys on Friday. Have a good one. God bless you all.